Hi everybody, my name is Karina Guzman and I'm the job developer for Reedley College, and this video is part of a larger series of videos that we're trying to put together and bring to you for job readiness. This one just happens to be for resume creation, and the resume tools that we have available right now for you. And so I'm going to guide you through a few steps on how to access the website that will allow you to not only build a resume but also help you look for employment as well. So I'm going to begin by sharing my screen with you and going straight to Reedley College. So the one tool that we have available is called College Central Network. It is a platform to help you, as I mentioned, not only build a resume, but also look for employment. And this tool can be accessed through the Career and Employment Center. You just have to go to our website for the link. So you can find Career and Employment Center either through Campus Life or Student Services. Go to Career and Employment Center and scroll down to access the link. Now, the one thing you do have to know about our center is that it is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and we're open mostly all year round. So if you need to contact us, you can do so by giving us a call, sending us an email, or if you have any social media such as Instagram or Facebook, then you can follow us on there as well. For today, our main link is going to be under the job search, internship, and resume development link. Find a job or internship, and this is what you get. So it does serve the purpose for not only Reedley College students, but it also allows those students in Madera and Oakers to also access jobs. And so if you're taking classes in any of those campuses, you will still be able to use this particular website. You can log in as a student the very first time, and once you create that account, once you graduate from Reedley College, if you need to come back and utilize the alumni portal, then you do not need to recreate an account. You can just use the same login information that you used as a student to access that account. So for today, we're going to click on student, and if you need to create an account, just know that you'll need your student ID to do so. So the user ID is going to be your student ID, enter a password, and that should take you right into registration. You can finish that between 5 to 7 or 5 to 8 minutes. No longer than that. Is very thorough and very quick. If you have an account already though, such as I just went ahead and created one just to show you what it looks like, then you can go right into, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So we are in the website. So it does have a lot of different resources available, and we can touch on those resources at a different time in a different video. But just know that, like I said, this website allows you to not only make a resume, but utilize that resume in an efficient manner by looking for employment opportunities or volunteer opportunities. There is an app you can download, and I think it's a lot more useful when you download the app once having the resume already created, because then you can apply for jobs or any other opportunities using that resume that you created. So we're going to focus on that for today. And if we go to My Resumes, you have the chance to not only upload a resume. So for example, let's say you already have a resume and you just need somebody to take a look at it, see if there's anything else you can add or if you can modify it. If that's your goal, then you can upload your resume and it comes directly to me. So once it comes to me, I'll go ahead and review it, give you any suggestions, or even give you a call if I feel that maybe you would benefit from coming in person instead. So you can use that, or if you need to start a resume from scratch, then you can do that as well. We can go to Resume Builder, and the Resume Builder is very simple. It's about 3 steps. That's about it. And if you have never built a resume, I know that the process can be quite intimidating. Especially if you have never done one by yourself. So there are some guidelines here to keep in mind as you're building your resume. So keep it to 1 page in consideration to the employers or the recruiters that are reading it. Make sure that you have contact information such as setting up your having your voicemail set up for your phone number, making sure you have a good email, professional email that does not have a nickname in it. First and last name should be fine, and among other recommendations. So if you want to start a resume from scratch, then kind of look at the guidelines and then go ahead and start. If you have never seen a resume, or don't have a lot of experience with it, there are some examples here. So like, for example, let's click on accounting. It kind of tells you what sections to include. So like your work experience, activities. If you speak a second language, that can go under languages, some skills, and a career objective or a career goal. Like, what's the goal of this resume? Do you want just a part-time as an accountant, or do you want an internship? For this purpose, they want to apply for a full-time position. So make sure that you understand what you are going to be doing with this resume. If there is a purpose to it, then definitely tailor the resume for that purpose. So if it's for a class assignment, then it has to be specific to that. If it's for a particular job, or if it's for a volunteer or intern position, make sure that you are tailoring your resume to that. With that in mind, I'm going to close this one and continue on. So make sure that you always name your document. So it could just be Karina Perez resume. First, last name, and resume. That tells the employer who it is and what kind of document it is. So once you have that, you can click on build it. And this is going to take you right into the 1, 2, and 3 steps. So one step is we're plugging in our information. So when you first register, they take that information and automatically generate. So when you're doing the resume, everything just comes over, which is pretty nice. But if there's any information on there that is different, for example, let's say you want a different email, you can do that. It's up to you. I do recommend to use your student account, your student email, so that you can get into the habit of checking your email. But then if you have a professional email or an email you created apart from that, something that you also check and does not have any nicknames on there, and it's a professional sounding resume, sounding email, then by all means, go ahead and add that in. So I'm gonna add that information. And so far so good. We have contact information. So the other sections are fairly simple. There's a section for skills, there's a section for your education, there's a section for experience. And see how it doesn't say work experience? It could be any experience. It could be volunteer experience, internship experience. You did a project, let's say back in high school where you were a class aide, you can add that in. But you can kind of customize it as you want and as you see a fit. There are some resume tips on the left-hand side and some action verbs if you need some assistance when you're putting in the work experience portion. Once you're done here, then you can go to step 2, and this will allow you to kind of adjust your resume a little bit. Right now, it doesn't let us do that much because, well, there's really not a lot to the resume, but if you would be able to go to step 2, customize it, finish it, and then go to step 3, and this will download the resume for you. So once it downloads for you, you can save it to your desktop, you can save it to a flash drive, you can email it to yourself. So there is the ability to download the file that you just created, and you can bring it to the Career Center and we can take a look at it for you. I mean, this one is one of the easier resume builders that I've seen, and I feel like you would be kind of surprised to see that you can do this too. So again, you can do this by yourself, or you can do it with a little bit of help from the Career and Employment Center staff. You can get some help from me directly. You just have to let us know. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video here, but if you want more detailed information, then I would encourage you to reach out to your instructor and they can connect us to begin working on this. So not a problem. Thank you again. And like I said, this is the resume tool that we have for you as a student, as a graduate, and if you're planning for job searching at any time, it starts with the resume. So it is worth taking some time to allocate and work on your resume before you go on step 2 or step 3 of your job searching process. So if you have any questions, let us know, but hopefully this was useful. Again, this was through the Career and Employment Center, and this was Karina. So hopefully that helps. Bye-bye.